Hello and welcome to Curriculum Night 2021-2022. My name is Randy McAuliffe and I will be your child's math teacher this year. A little about me. Like I said, my name is Randy McAuliffe. This is my 26th year of teaching in Walled Lake. I've spent 2 years at Walled Lake Middle School, which is now Geisler, and the past 24 years at Banks. I've been here since the building has opened. I've had the opportunity to teach math at all 3 grade levels. I've also been the math department chair, so I have a pretty good idea of what should be expected in our math program. I have 4 children ranging from 8th grade through college graduate. I enjoy coaching and have coached football, basketball, wrestling, and girls soccer here at Banks. I'm a big proponent of technology and showing students how to integrate technology in the classroom. So we will utilize it as much as possible in our math class this year. And I love working with middle school age students, probably because I'm just a big kid myself. My contact information is room 112. My email, as you can see on the screen, is my full name at wlcsd.org. Classroom voicemail 248-956-2310. And my prep hour is from 10:20 to 11:18 each day. Email is the best way to contact me, and I will respond within 24 hours. And if I have not, please send me a reminder in case I did not see it the first time. My classroom policies and procedures. This year we'll be working within the Google Classroom environment. Each day I will post our daily lesson, handouts, and classroom notes for students. This will provide students who may be absent an opportunity to follow us from home. If a student is absent, my expectation is that they can log in, check it really quick, maybe try to do some of the things that we're covering in class that day, or at least get an idea of what questions they may have when they come back so that I can help target an area that I can fix or help. I will also utilize my website for additional links and resources as we go out through the year. There's already links on there for all of the online books, as well as some other links that will help us in math class. My website is www.mrmcauliffe.org. My classroom rules are pretty simple. Be respectful to others and school property and be nice. I don't have a ton of rules and expectations with those. I just expect students to come in and be respectful, understand that we're all there for a purpose, and that purpose is to learn the lesson that day or the focus point for that unit, and to try to come in and have a good time and work through it together. Our math vision for Walled Lake Schools, as you can see on the screen, we believe in students engaging in activities that develop perseverance, communication, start to think at that higher level, and get them out of their comfort zone so they can take risks and learn from those mistakes. So there's going to be a lot of times where we are asking students to focus on the why. Understand how they got the answer, but why they got the answer the way they did, so that hopefully they have a deeper understanding of what we're covering. Math is more than just an answer. The kids who have been here for a couple years should understand that we're focused on trying to get them to understand some of these things that you see on the slide here, making sense of the problems and how they fit in the real world. Reasoning abstractly and quantitatively so that they can use this information and apply it not only just in our math class, but in future classes. And then understanding how to use appropriate tools, make arguments, and understand that the study of math and the reasoning behind a sequence of problem-solving skills. Our middle school program is CMP. In 6th and 7th grade, we'll focus on pre-algebra. In 8th grade, the focus is algebra. And we are really dedicated towards trying to get all of our kids ready for that algebra and algebra 2 and geometry at the high school level. Connected math teaches students multiple methods to help them understand efficiency, number sense, understanding concepts with formulas and how formulas apply in situations. It teaches skills with connections to the real world and the meaning to why we do things the way we do them. It's not a how-to. It's not a traditional math book that we grew up in as kids, where you have 3 examples and then you do 50 practice problems that are those examples. What we're trying to do is to teach through the application and understand that connection to the application. And a lot of it is student-driven. Teachers will facilitate, they'll kind of guide them along and provide those opportunities, but students need to participate in order to get the most out of the program. In our class, we'll use guided notes, and some of that will serve as our opportunity to get that how-to in completing our math work each and every day. The students that do not take those notes, I will try to upload those into Google Classroom as well, what we cover in class, because sometimes students can't follow along as quickly as what we're doing in class. So I try to digitize or scan those documents in and put them on the daily lessons so that everyone can have access to the notes. At home, the best way to help your child is to provide a place for homework to be done, a quiet place, providing materials for homework, paper, some graph paper, especially in 7th and 8th grade, and providing a time for homework, a routine. Complete answers with explanation. When you're monitoring that homework, make sure that the kids are writing in the explanations. This textbook is very, very high on explaining why. What is the reason why? And to help using these techniques. What part do you know? Where are you stuck? What questions can you ask your teacher tomorrow? Even if it's on a note card, if they don't feel confident or comfortable asking in front of everybody, sticky note card, hand it to me as they walk in, or put it near the front of my desk. So when I'm going over something or asking, are there any questions on the homework last night? The typical class, if we come in and we've had work from the day before, I'll ask them to get it out so that we can go over it, ask if there's any questions, and then we go over the assignment from the previous day. If there's no questions, then we move on to the next part of our lesson. But if there are questions, then we can address them and hopefully clear things up before we move forward. Our 6th grade topics this year are getting to know you through data. This is the unit that we have just completed. Prime time, comparing bits and pieces, let's be rational, decimal ops, variables and patterns, then covering and surrounding, and then back to data to finish the year. We're going to be focused on fractions and looking at decimals and the operations for each and how those tie into each other. And then that variables and patterns, we get into some algebra and equations, and then we'll kind of finish up the year with some geometry. Grading in 6th grade will be the following categories. Benchmark assessments, our unit tests basically at the end of each unit are 30%. The other assessments category covers all of our quizzes, our checkups, our performance tests. Those will be about 50%. And then homework, classwork, and practice make up the remaining 20%. In my class, I try to give everybody at least a week's notice, upcoming quizzes and tests. It might be a situation where on Monday I can see where we're going to be. And I say, hey, we're going to look at a quiz at the end of the week, either Thursday or Friday. But for benchmarks, for sure, you'll have at least a week's notice, and I'll try to put them in Skyward as well so that you can see them coming up. The thing to remember is typically we will have a quiz at the conclusion of each of the investigations in our books. So every 3 to 5 days, there's probably going to be some type of short quiz. And with that, that concludes tonight's presentation. Thank you for watching. I look forward to a great year. Please reach out if you have any questions after viewing this, and I'll do my best to get you the answers you need.